Hey guys, DJ Pepper here. I'm going to do a review on this camp axe I got. It's from Craftsman. It's going to be backwards, I know, but I don't care. Craftsman. It's a 1¼ pound head, so it's pretty heavy for a hatchet. So this allows it to chop deeper, yet at the same time it makes it a little bit more awkward to wield. But I'm okay with it. I could be a bit more accurate, but I'm getting where I want it to be. Mine seems to have an issue, but I really don't care because it's probably just because I dropped it while I was working, because I had it loosely gripped, and my dog came up behind me and clawed and jumped at me, so I dropped it. And I got these pretty nasty nicks in the blade, but that's not a problem. Well, not the blade, the hammer, but that's not a problem. It's a hammer. Still works. I'm fine with it. Not sure what the blade steel is either. It came blunt, so I had to reprofile the edge. It's getting there. Nowhere near as sharp as my Trooper over there, but it's getting there. Not sure what the finish is on the handle. It's probably just a lacquer, not a lacquer. It's just probably a stain with a polish. If it was linseed oil, this thing would definitely be more than $16.99. It'd run up probably up in the 30s if it had a linseed oil finish on the handle, but it doesn't. So I don't care. Yes, it was $16.99 at my local Sears. Yeah. So this is very nice. I like it a lot. I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. The only reason why I knock it down that 1 star is because there's these stickers here and they're a pain in the butt to take off, and I haven't bothered yet. And 2, as with all my gripes on store-bought axes, it came blunt, so it takes me a while to get a good edge. So that's a bit annoying. So yeah, very nice. My next axe review, actually I'm going to put this on a safer spot. My next axe review is either going to be on either the Fiskars X7, the Fiskars X15, or a Grain Tex hatchet, or maybe even a Trooper hatchet. I don't know. So anyways, moving on to the next review. I have plenty of time. Well, the next thing is a Sheffield Multitool. I'm going to bring it down for this, so that way it's easier. It came with a flashlight, 1 LED. It's really bright for that 1 LED. It uses a AA battery, which, surprisingly, was included. Now on to the multi-tool itself. Actually, we'll save that. Let's go over the sheath real quick. Oh, not the sheath, the pouch. Velcro closure, pockets for both. It feels a little bit on the cheap, but I'm pretty sure it'll last a while. It has 2 carry options. You can carry it long ways, or use the belt loop. But what I think this is for is it's very wide, and it's kind of smooth on the inside. So what I think it actually is for is I think you can attach it to something. You could probably just like strap it onto your work belt. But either way, yeah, it's only single stitch, so yeah, I think it'll last a while. Onto the tool itself. It's one of the multi-tools where the primary tool is a set of pliers with a wire cutters. Cool thing is, for not $12, it's actually spring-loaded, so that's a big help. Alright, so let's start going over the tools. We'll start on this side. On this side, you have the file with I'm gonna guess this is either a punch or a fingernail cleaner, but it's a little fat to be a fingernail cleaner. A small Phillips driver right here. I'll put the file away so that way it's easier. So the small Phillips driver. Up next it's a small flathead driver. And finally, the main blade. It came fairly sharp. It has no real tip, but it's a small blade, so it's good for utility. So that's nice. On the other side, you have a bottle opener with a large flathead driver. This side's a little bit more troublesome. Alright. I have a medium driver, flathead driver. This, I believe, is this is the punch. It doesn't have a tip on it, though, so I don't get that. But it's there. Honestly, I'm probably going to sharpen it up and probably turn it into a secondary blade. Last but not least, came to a surprise to me. I didn't read the package. I just thought, oh, it's a multi-tool. I'll get it. I haven't had one of these in a while. There's a little saw. Haven't gotten out to use it yet, but that's pretty cool. Definitely looks useful. So yeah. Good multi-tool. $10 at Kmart. I'm fine with that. I could probably squeeze in one more review of this knife. This was $5 at my local Tractor Supply. It's a camo tactical folder. When I got it, it came with a decent edge. I put a better one on it, but I have to resharpen it again because I kind of used it. It's a little bit on the stiff side. Spear point tip, but it has a frame lock, which means part of the handle goes under the blade. So that's pretty cool. It's similar to the liner lock on the Kershaw Select Fire, but notice how the handles are still where they are. Just this little tiny piece of steel moves in place. I personally think frame locks are probably a bit more sturdy than even liner locks on the liner locks. But the reason why I think that is when you grip it, when you squeeze it, you're pushing the liner farther in, holding the blade even more securely. So, in hindsight, I think this is probably the best kind of lock you can have. It has an inward curvature in the blade, which means it'll be a great carver. I haven't really gotten out to test this that much, but I have EDC'd it. So, it works well for EDC, but not so much for defensive tasks just because it's slow. But for hunting tasks, it would be good. So yeah, the Sheffield I'd probably give a 4.5 out of 5 stars. The reason why I give it a knockdown is the sheath. It could be better. Otherwise, it's actually a really nice tool. Nice set, I should say. This, I'm only going to give it a 3 out of 5. Just because it's slow. It doesn't hold an edge all that well, and it's heavy. It's heavier than my I think it might be heavier. Nah, it's about as heavy as my Kershaw Select Fire. But the Kershaw Select Fire, the reason why it's so heavy is because of the added tool. This is just plain off heavy because it's a stainless steel blade and a stainless steel handle material. So it's very heavy. So all in all, 3 places. I got the Camp Axe at Sears. I got the Sheffield Multitool at Kmart. And this folding knife I got at Tractor Supply Co. Same place I got my Trooper axe. I might be going there again because I saw some nice tools. Expect a future review to be an Alaskan Skinner fixed blade and a folding knife that is one part just a normal folder and the other part's actually a box cutter. And it comes with, I think, a multi-tool. Can't remember. But either way, DJ Prepper signing off.